Sorry, we have Andre Yablokov. I hope I got that right. Andre's the owner, he's an inspector and the owner of Win Home Inspection. He's a certified commercial property inspector, and he has a background in teaching mechanical engineering. And as I mentioned, he's an affiliate member with BCAR and an executive of the Monco New Britain Rotary. He's going to give you a couple minutes, but I'm just going to go back to our speaker today, who's Javier Nichols. And Javier, many of you probably already know Javier. He does a lot of our programs on tech topics and a lot of other things. He's the chair of our new member success committee. He is on the board of BCAR, PAR, and NAR. He plays many different roles. He became licensed in 2017, and I'm going to stop there, Javier, because you've so much you can tell about you, and you do have a slide that will show everybody what you have. So it's going to be up to you now, Andre, and then Javier, you're on. Thanks, guys.
All righty. Thank you very much. Let me just share this screen and go to full screen. Awesome. Excellent. Well, welcome everybody. This is exciting. I'm happy to be here, and I know Javier's got a lot of great information to share with you. I'm just going to give you 2 minutes on what I do and a little introduction to Win as a home inspection and commercial inspection company. I am based out of Montgomeryville, but I serve the 5-county Philadelphia area. I wanted to work within 7 miles of my house. It's not working. So I have to go wherever I need to go. I follow you as realtors to serve you and to serve your clients. Why am I an inspector? Well, I've got a background in engineering, so it just makes sense. And I've got all these great certifications and everything that you can read and everything. And I do some things that other inspectors don't do. The one thing you will notice about me is that it's basically a one-stop shop, everything under one roof. I don't have 6 people coming through a house. It's me, and I answer my own phone. So that's good. I'm a drone pilot, I'm radon testing, pest inspector, advanced well flow test. For those of you who work in Bucks County, most inspectors are just running water. We have ways of inspecting the well. I'm a member of a bunch of different organizations, including the Montgomery County Chamber of Commerce, the Tri-County Realtors, the Bucks County Association Realtors, this group, which is awesome, and the Monco Britain Rotary Club, and we still have room for sponsors for our mini golf outing next month. So what is it about Win? We're one of the fastest growing home inspection companies around, been around for over 30 years. We've done well over 1 million inspections. The background support that I have is incredible. We've been trusted by over 125,000 real estate professionals, and I cover the greater Philadelphia area, even though my marketing territory is around Doylestown, Montgomeryville, down through Fort Washington, and so on. It's really all about helping the clients make informed decisions financially, personally, when they buy, sell a home. We've got great services all around that. It's hassle-free. I am probably, no joke, the easiest home inspector to work with in the area, for sure. I do not rev anybody up. The sky is not falling, and I just calm everybody down in my process. We're a leading brand. We've been voted the #1 inspection company in the US a couple of times. It's all about peace of mind and not revving anybody up so that they can make informed, practical decisions. One of the things that makes us a little bit different is that we extend our E&O insurance to protect you, the realtor. It's not a common thing. It's not standard, but we protect our realtors from the liability related to our home inspections. You don't need to sign anything, no additional certificates. You are covered when you work with us. So that's a good thing. Again, it's about being friendly and responsive. I take phone calls on Saturdays and Sunday nights, not a problem. And I've got a background behind me for that. I'm almost done with my 2 minutes, but if you want to, you can just scan this QR code with your phone and you can save my contact information to your phone. You don't necessarily have to respond and send me your contact information if you don't want to. No big deal. But if you want to reach out, I will sit with you. I will buy you a coffee. and we can talk more about this and how I can best serve you. Typically, I take pictures, enough pictures that I can promote you as well through my social media when we work together, only to the degree that you want. So call me, text me, scan that QR code, take a picture, get in touch with me. Like I said, I'll buy coffee and we can talk. And that's what I've got. I hope that was useful. Does anybody have a question? If I've got 10 seconds. No? Okay, well then I look forward to hearing from you. Lisa, thank you very much. I'm turning it back to you, and Javier, have an awesome workshop.
Thanks, Andre. Okay, on to you now, Javier.
What's going on, everybody? How is everybody doing today? If we can get everyone to put where they are in the chat, that'd be awesome. Because it's going to show how wide of a range we have here in the room and how important it is for all of us, not only to share and exchange information, but whoever's here right now that could be in your market or in the market that you're going to be working in, this is a perfect opportunity to know that these agents are the people you want to exchange information with because they're learning, they're taking full advantage of opportunities, and most importantly, they want to grow on social media. So once you have, like, go in the chat, by the way, and look at where people are located. And if you guys want, also throw your Instagram handles in there as well, because we want to make sure that after we leave this training, we're all going to go on to Instagram and take action. I just want to make sure that we are taking action. This is 2024. We know what, periodic action looks like. We know what getting excited about something and then having life, punch in the face looks like. We've been there. We've all experienced it. But some of us are on this call and in this class right now who have really no clue about how to dominate on social media and how to gain some popularity in your field. And some of us are already dominating. You're just trying to learn some more ways to, do it better. So there's a mixed bag of people in here. And I promise you there's somebody in here that will increase your business, and just make sure you guys are exchanging information. So we're going to go right into our training for today. Thank you all for being here. Thank BCAR very much for allowing us to host this training. We're going to be diving into Instagram tips and tricks, raising your business and social brand to new heights. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to unmute yourself. If you've ever been in any of my classes, you know that's how I roll. You don't have to worry about raising your hand. Just unmute yourself, jump in, ask a question. If you hear me getting really passionate about something and I'm going too fast, just unmute yourself and say, yo, Javier, go back and explain that, please. And I will gladly do so. Okay. I want to give you a quick intro about me. As you already know, I started real estate back in 2017. I have a strong passion for helping new real estate agents nationwide. I am a family of 5, wife, 3 kids. I am a girl dad, which I think needs to be, mentioned because y'all know how rough it is out there. I do love the game of chess, which plays a heavy role into my business structure. I serve on the board of directors for both PAR and BCAR, which is, for me, a blessing in itself. It gives me a different perspective. If you guys are out there all across the country, get involved in your local associations. If now isn't the perfect time, I don't know what is. This is the perfect time to double down. All right. We're going to have some fun today. So one of the things that I want to touch on before we get started is we're going to go and we're going to build this up from the base, like exactly how we build real estate. They start at the foundation. All right. When you're building a house, you don't start with the roof first. You start with with the base foundation. And today we're going to be going into Instagram. But before we get to Instagram, we want to make sure that we understand the power of the tools at our fingertips. And RPR is the most powerful tool that we have at our fingertips. And the best part about it is it's ours, Realtors. It belongs to us. It's already included in your dues. This is a perfect opportunity right now to make sure that you are pulling your phone out and going into your app store, going to your Play Store, and download RPR. And I know some of y'all may be thinking, wait, I came here for Instagram. And that's 100% true. But before we go on to Instagram, we need to make sure where we're going to be getting all of our data and majority of our data, not all of it, because the MLS is very valuable, but RPR mobile is going to allow you to do exactly what you see on the screen here. Allows you to see what the market is doing in your geographical area, wherever you are in the country. If you're driving around, driving for dollars, all you need to do is pull out the app, and you now have more information about that home than you had before, and you can save it and resume once you get back home. You're able to also send reports to your clients on the fly, giving them more of an experience when you're out there showing them homes and not just telling them, hey, I'm gonna email that to you. You can send it right to them. Very valuable. So hopefully some of you took that advice, took some action, and downloaded RPR. If you haven't, just make sure you do it when you're done the training. All right. So a lot of the information I'm going to go over today may seem really detailed, but I want you to go back to the basics when it comes down to these 3 words: know, like, and trust. We are public figures. So as much as we like to keep our, personal lives and personal thoughts and our opinions, and we want to put them out in the world, we need to be mindful of the image that we're putting out. Because if you are not mindful of the image that you're putting out, but expecting people to treat you and to look at you a certain way, then there's a disconnect. So we have to make sure that we are remembering, know, like, and trust. Okay? So remember, take this back to the basics as we go into some of the micros of Instagram, but understanding that this all comes back to them knowing you, knowing who you are, liking you, understanding that you have similar beliefs or similar thoughts or similar, experiences, and trust, knowing that you are a professional that is truly out there gathering more information to provide your clients with the most up-to-date experience possible. All righty. So one of the first things that we're going to be diving into is going to seem super easy, but I promise you, don't let it go over your head, please. Okay? Now, first thing we need to do, you get done this training, is I want you to think about your profile picture. Now, yes, some of you may say, I love my profile picture. But I also want to ask you, is it eye-catching? Is it recognizable? When I see your profile picture at the beginning, at the top of my Instagram feed, where the stories are, am I going to look at yours first, or am I going to look at someone else's? We need to make sure that we are utilizing this as an instantaneous grab. This is where it starts. Okay? Any questions on this real quick? All right, cool. Let's keep rocking and rolling. Now, as you go into your Instagram profile, you're going to understand that you want to make sure that your name has something that has to do with real estate in here. Okay? Now, as you can clearly see, our awesome friend Everett has real estate in life with Everett Smith. So when someone types in real estate and they're looking, his profile is going to be a part of that instantaneous group. Not knowing where in that line is going to fall, but he's going to be in there. Okay? And also, as you can clearly see here, the occupation category is real estate agent. So make sure when you're in your profile, you are highlighting real estate agent as your occupation. Have that to be shown. It's like a registry. Okay? When someone's looking for this and they type in looking for a real estate agent or whatever they're typing in that has to do with real estate agent, you want to make sure that your profile is a part of the millions or thousands or hundreds of people that will appear. Okay? Also, this little area needs to give you more information quicker than anything. And let me explain. Some of you have profiles that just has nothing there. Some of you have profiles that have too much there, too much words, and it doesn't look good. Or maybe it's a link or something like that. You need to make sure that it's very readable, it's easily readable, but you're also utilizing emojis along the way. Okay? So make sure First things first, you want to put your market and the area you serve right there. Second thing, you want to put your broker's name, who you work for, who you work with. And then you also want to put some call to action, something that makes them look down. As you can clearly see, Everett wrote, see my listings and more, capital more, in the link below. And below, as you can clearly see, has the emojis to indicate where to look. And that will then take them off of Instagram and into your world. The goal here is not to keep people on Instagram. The goal here is to get them off Instagram so they can connect with you in a more personal way. That's the goal. So we have to be mindful of this, and why we're setting up our profile this way is because when they find you, they need to not only explore what is about your profile and your business that is going to be valuable, but also know how to explore it, which just brings me to the last point on the profile, and that's the good old contact button. Everyone in here, after we've done this training, I'm going to be checking out some profiles, so you'll be seeing some likes and some comments jumping in. But I hope to see a contact button. Make sure the contact button has your email and your direct telephone number. Because once a person finds you, there should be no other barrier to reach you but a button. Just simple. Just click it, boom, call. So make sure that you're taking full advantage of this personalization of your profile today, and use some funky colors. If your brand image or your brand color is red, as you can clearly see the agency is, utilize that. Keller Williams has the same red. A lot of people, we have EXP in here, we have Coldwell Banker in here, we have a lot of companies. Put your brand color behind you, stand out. Any questions on this profile piece?
Yeah, Javier, somebody messaged me directly, and it's just from like a minute ago. Where do we find that button to edit that? So
Yes.
okay.
Yeah, so you're going to click the top button here and go to your profile. And you can actually click this profile. Let me actually go to my Instagram and tell you precisely, because a lot of times when we're giving information, so edit profile should be in this area somewhere here on your page. I'm seeing it from a visitor's view, but from your personal view, you should see edit profile. Once you click edit profile, in the bio is where you're going to be adding these items here. The real estate agent word, as you travel all the way down, let me go back to my personal page and edit bio. If you go all the way down, profile information, you're going to see what Facebook page you have connected. So make sure your business Facebook page is connected to your personal page, all right? And make sure that the category has real estate agent or whatever category you're claiming, whatever it is, all right? And this right here is going to allow for you to now put your information in the bio, and then right above it is going to say real estate agent. Any other questions?
I do have a question. Hi, good afternoon. This is Selenia.
Hey, Selena.
When I'm going in to edit this profile, is anyone else being restricted with the amount of letters that you're allowed to put there?
Yes, 100%. You are restricted, which is why emojis are most likely going to be your goal. But emojis take up a little bit more character. So different emojis take up different characters. Some emojis take up 1 character, some of them take up 4. So you really have to play around with it to see what it is. But make sure that you are dropping it down. So for example, as you can clearly see here I have 1 line and then there's a second line starting. So it looks just like this. When you go into your edit, you're able to press return, which will then drop down the box so you can have a new line. And try to put an emoji in there to identify some point of what the line states. This way, it's like hieroglyphics. Like I understand what you're saying by just looking at the emoji, but there's also some other clever wording like, first-time homeowner specialist with a house. All right, any other questions? All right, cool. Now, one of the most important things that I want to share with you guys is social media omnipresence. When I look you up in the world of Google or the world of the internet, I want to see the same face. I don't want to see different faces. I want to see the same face, the same logo, the same brand. When you look up Netflix on all accounts, you're gonna see the same N, right? When you look up Nike, you're gonna see the same check. Like everything is just perfect, right? It's omnipresence. You're being viewed. It's like it's like tentacles, as you guys can see behind me with this awesome octopus painting, right? Or this picture. You want to be everywhere, but you want to look exactly the same. You want to make sure your brand is felt, right? When you see that Bentley logo or that Rolls-Royce logo, you know it's quality. So when they see this image, they know it's you. No matter if it's on Clubhouse, no matter if it's here, no matter if it's on Instagram or any of the below, you make sure that you are the same. You have the same logo. And when you change one, you change them all. Okay? So that point needs to be heard across the board. And if you do not have a profile on any of these other accounts and you want to have a profile, go ahead and take advantage of it today. And most importantly, Google profiles are one of the most important things that we need to be focused on. We're not talking about that here today, but make sure that you are doing your Google profile today. If you have not done it, do it like today. Cool. All right, so let's go into some hashtags. Now, this part often is very controversial. You're going to hear a million different ways of handling hashtags. So number one, Instagram allows you 30 hashtags maximum. Right, 30. That's what they allow. Do I recommend using all 30? No, absolutely not. But what I do recommend is that you're using ones that pertain to what you're doing at the time. All right, so let's explore a couple of different hashtags. So as you can clearly see here, hashtag Bristol Realtor. Now you can do Bristol Realtor, hashtag Levittown Realtor, hashtag whatever community you're working, make sure there's a hashtag before it. Depending on the community, it shouldn't be more than like 2 or 3 at the time. All right. This allows you to not only start to build up your algorithmic flow, but you're going to find that this hashtag maybe only have 5,000 users or 500 users or maybe 10,000 users. No matter what it is, you want to make sure that you're starting to stack your content within this hashtag, okay? Because if somebody's looking for a Bristol Realtor, remember Instagram, Facebook, they're the one and the same, okay? They're going to showcase information based off what connects to that keyword. So think of the hashtags as keywords and registries. There's just a whole bunch of stacked information algorithm is pulling from to place what they believe is something valuable in your face. And we have to be mindful of this. Okay. Also, going into your brand hashtag or your slogan hashtag. Now, some of you may know our good friend Alyssa Freisinger. She's a good friend of mine. Her hashtag is Buy with Fry, right? The versatility of that allows for her to do contest, right? She can have a contest. Hey guys, all you got to do to enter this contest is use the hashtag Buy with Fry. And now all you need to do is go into that hashtag and see all the people that utilized it and now start to build your client base off of those people who entered that contest. Simple, literally simple. You also could utilize this as a campaign. When you're marketing, hey, you know, like you're putting it on your marketing hashtag Buy with Fry. So if somebody goes to Instagram or Facebook and they type that hashtag in, now all they see is Alyssa Freisinger's information and what she's doing and what is she utilizing that hashtag. So you can put other things that's non-real estate related with this hashtag. So the people who are utilizing it and going there, they are seeing community involvement. They're seeing you in the gym. They're seeing you selling all of these properties, helping out all of your clients, testimonials. They're falling in love with you based off of visiting somewhere you told them to go. Are there any questions on this subject here, on this particular slogan subject? All right, listen, y'all, I'm telling you, some of you right here need this information. And some of you are going to use it, and you're going to see exactly what I speak of. Okay, now, Bucks County Realtors, this is going to be a much larger pool, and that's for your county. Some of us are all over the country. So think about the county you're in and make sure you're using that county in the word realtor or the word real estate or the word real estate agent. All right. This is going to also allow for people who are looking to move in that county. Now you're stacking information within it. And now if somebody clicks that hashtag, you're going to be in that top post spot. And when you're in that top post spot, that's an indication that you're going to be shown to people who are looking in those areas more often on the site. Now, again, this is what I speak of is when you're on Instagram and you're scrolling and you're getting suggested things, right? You're maybe looking, you're getting suggested things. And what we're talking is stacking inside of these hashtags so we can dominate it, but while also giving us more exposure. So that's the purpose of a hashtag. I just want to make sure that we're all on the same page, understanding why I'm focusing so heavily on these hashtags. All right. Now, the indication in the middle, as you see, is cyclical. You're going to be exchanging these hashtags as you're developing. So Q1, you should have a set of hashtags. Q2, change it up. And one of those change ups should be something non-real estate related within your community. So Bucks County living. If you look up that hashtag, it's going to be a whole lot of companies and businesses utilizing that hashtag. Well, guess what? You're going to be now utilizing it. Think about people who live in Texas, San Antonio living. I work with a lot of agents in San Antonio, and I know that we oftentimes utilize that hashtag to find our potential client, right? We click that, we're seeing you having fun all in San Antonio. Great. I'm going to now click your profile, and I'm going to now comment, like. We'll talk more about that strategy later. But this is also a way for you to find potential clients, okay? Now, as you see here, I wrote in for Cynthia Gate Realtor. Now, I'm hyper microing this hashtag here. I almost said auto tag. This hashtag. You need auto tags too, people. This hashtag, right? Because you need to make sure that you're not just at the macro level with your hashtags. You are hyper market. For Cynthia Gate is a Levittown community. It's a neighborhood, okay? But you want to make sure that you are dominating this hashtag. This should be one of those hashtag pools that has only about 100, 200, 400 people using it or posting inside of it. So that's going to take you a quicker way to go ahead and dominate it, right? Very important, because if you're doing marketing and you're doing an open house for Cynthia Gate, you can put hashtag for Cynthia Realtor on their marketing page, and people who may see it and may say, oh, I'm on Instagram or I'm on Facebook, let me check this hashtag out. Boom. All they see is your information and you're helping, your resume of selling in for Cynthia Gate. So they're going to say to themselves, this must be the top guy or the top girl or you know what I mean, in this community. All right.
Javi,
Again,
you have a couple questions. You have a question that somebody sent to me. Where should these hashtags go? And then somebody else sent a question. Is there a suggested amount of hashtags to use?
yes. Sorry about that. Got a little passionate. I apologize. So remember, guys, y'all can interrupt me by jumping in, by the way. So if I get too, I'm passionate about this, y'all. I'm serious, right? Y'all already know. You're here for a reason. So the hashtags go at the bottom of your post. So when you go to Instagram, you make a post, I want you to press return about like 3 or 4 times. And you're going to see a big space between what your description is and where you are now. That's where I want you to put your hashtags. Hashtags go right there. All right. And the best way for you to remember which hashtags to use is to go into your notes in your phone. Open up your notes right now. Click a note, create new note, hashtag, whatever you want to start using. And then when you make an Instagram post later on today, you're going to go to your notes, you're going to copy, you're going to go back to Instagram, and you're going to paste. Boom. Hashtags all there, out of there. You want to use in a range of 4 to 15 hashtags, but if you want to just go crazy, use 30. Doesn't matter. Does not matter. But just make sure that those hashtags have a purpose. And also utilize hashtags for current events, right? You can hashtag Cat Williams on one of your open house flyers and everybody's going to see it, right? You can hashtag Elon Musk. Everyone's going to see it when he's in the news. So you can use these hashtags to jump on the bandwagons of viral activity as well. So that's why I said the spread doesn't need to be that big, but if you want to make it super big, go ahead. You can hashtag viral, hashtag explore page, right? Whatever. And what was the last question? Sorry, I can't see the questions.
No, it's okay. Is there a suggested amount of hashtags to use?
Yeah, just answered that one. Cool.
And can you also comment under your post and use more hashtags? If they all can't fit in the post, comment on your own post and then use more hashtags.
You could do that, but do it instantaneously. Don't do it later on, because it doesn't matter later on. It's not like if you go back to your post now and start hashtagging stuff, you're still going to be appearing back then. It's not going to be current. So just make sure if you are going in on your post, commenting, adding in more hashtags, but make sure you're telling your friends and family to go on there and use hashtags as well. Like when they're sharing stuff, tell them to use the hashtag. Remember, the more attention you're getting organically, the better the algorithm. The algorithm wants to control the attention span. And if they see you getting attention organically, they're going to now increase that attention because they want to be the reason why you blow up, right? You can't just do this by yourself. That's why it's called viral, right? Because you may get a nice organic push, but then the algorithm going to say, wait a minute, I'm going to show you what push means. And they're going to give you 1,000 views, 2,000 views. You're going to be like, dude, you know what I mean? You're going to be really excited. So the more organic, this is why I had you guys go in an Instagram chat and put your Instagram handles. Y'all should be following one another today. The algorithm going to say, wait a minute, you getting love from other people? I'm going to give you some love too. And you're going to start seeing more and more people pop into your Instagram because you start sharing with people out of your network. Okay? This is all about organic, algorithmic flow, and let the computer does it, do its thing. Okay? So I want to get through this real quick though. Landlord tips. Okay, this is for my hyper specific agents out here who are solving problems. All right. If you're solving problems and you're going after investors, this is a low hanging fruit. If I'm a brand new landlord in the last 5 years or maybe 10 years, and I'm using Instagram on a regular basis, I'm trying to get to the shortcuts. So I may hashtag landlord tips and try to get my knowledge up. And you're going to be right there providing landlord tips. And once they like your post, you now are going to see it and engage with them. You're not going to know they're investors, but if they're liking a landlord tip post, they may have a thought of becoming one, or they may already be one. And now you're going to use anybody that likes your landlord tips videos, you're going to jump on them. Okay, we'll talk more about that later. All right, so one thing that I want to focus on, and that's exactly where we were headed, is exactly who are you talking to when you're on Instagram? Okay, stop talking to everybody. Talk to your people. Are they absentee owners? Are they first-time buyers, first-time sellers, first-time renters, or renters in general? Are they for sale by owners? Are they downsizing, upsizing? Are they dealing with estates, probate? Talk to your people. Make sure that you are sprinkling in. All right? Sprinkling in means you're not only giving your personal life and your personal experiences, but you're sprinkling in things that have to do with your actual niche. When I go to your page, I should know what your specialty is. It should not take me 4 or 5 swipes with my thumb to recognize what you do. It shouldn't. And honestly, everyone's attention span is short. So if I'm looking at your profile, 2 or 3 of these, I'm moving on. Okay? So make sure you understand who you're speaking with when you're jumping on these social media platforms. Okay. Now, also, this plays into what is your message. So make sure when you are delivering information that people understand what the basis of it is, right? They need to know, what message are you providing? If you're talking about, house hacking, then what's the basis of that? What's the purpose? Purpose of it is for you to build wealth and have a super low mortgage payment. Great. Put that on the cover. Make sure that is. Want low mortgage? Question mark. They're gonna watch the video. I want a low mortgage, want to lower your mortgage, want no mortgage, whatever you have in the video as a basis needs to be front and center on the cover. I'm not going to just go to your page and click on all your videos and hoping to get value. I want to see something on the cover of your reel, of your story, that tells me what I'm going to learn. What is the message? Give me some key takeaway points before I commit or invest my time in your video. Okay? When you're making reels, put a cover on it. That's just basically what is your message slide as a reminder. Are there any more questions before we move on?
I don't see any more.
Awesome. Awesome. If you guys are liking this content so far, put a fire emoji in the chat. Please. It means the world to me to see if you're getting value from what you're hearing. I attend a lot of training events, and I tell you, most of the time I'm looking around the room, people are falling asleep. They're bored. They're like, ah. And I'm like, I don't want to be that person. I want to make sure when you come to my trainings, you are exhilarated, you're excited, and you're ready to make 2024 your very best year. Okay, we got a lot of fire emojis in the chat, and I truly appreciate every single body in here for taking advantage of what we have. Okay, shout out to Bucks County Association of Realtors. Let's keep going. All right, now here are some tips. You can screenshot this if you like. All right, or you can just, you're going to be getting the recording. The recording will have the presentation involved in the recording, so take advantage of that. But one of the things that I want you to make sure that you are showcasing your life. What does it look like? What are you doing when the snow is falling? Are you outside rolling around making snow angels? Are you at the store picking up some new fruit? Give me a view. I want to know you. I want to like you. I want to trust you that you are a person that's trustworthy. And a trustworthy person is transparent. Okay? So make sure that you are giving me something that's going to make me feel good. I'm like, oh man, Lisa's out there at Shady Book Farm having a good time. I need to go to Shady Book Farm. I'm going to like this. Okay? Solving a problem for your target audience. We talked about landlords a couple slides ago. All right, let's talk about first-time homeowners. Let's talk about renters. Are you renting a property right now and you're paying $1,600 or more? Give me a call. I'm going to show you how you could pay that same amount but own the property. That's it. Or you're showing them math, right? How much does it cost to afford this? And you can go right ahead and do that math over your head in the story on the screen record, meaning you're literally going to type it in on your computer. You're going to screen record you doing that, and then you're going to put that over your head and you're going to walk them through solving a problem. Hey, for those of you in our area right now, we got a big storm coming. So look in the comments, look in the description. There's a link of all of the tree cleaner-uppers in our community. Contact one of them today and make sure you get your appointment to help clean up the brush that may fall during today's storm or this weekend's storm. Whatever. Solve a problem. Okay? Going into property walkthroughs. Now, this is a controversial topic. A lot of us scream and yell whenever we hear trainers tell you to go and take your phone and go and do some tours and do all of this and people's listings. Get permission. Okay? Get permission every single time and get it in writing. Don't pretend you got permission and then do it. Get it in writing. Call the listing agent. Hey, what's going on, James? How are you? Hey, it's Javier. Hey, I love that listing you have on 123 Main Street. I'm going to put in an agent preview and take a look at it. You mind if I put some of that property on social media? I won't mention the price or the address. I just want to showcase it. It's really beautiful. Oh, yes. All right. Hey, I'm going to send you a text message just to confirm that. Great. Done. You got permission. Agent is okay with it, right? Boom. Go in there and give me some walkthroughs. There are a lot of agents gaining popularity on social media because this is all they do. They just walk through the hottest properties in their market and their views go through the roof. They don't mention the house address. They don't mention the price. And then that's increasing the engagement of somebody asking you, what's the address? What's the price? And boom, they become the buyer's agent. But you can also do this without asking permission in a HUD-owned property. So make sure you're going on to HUDhomestore.gov. That's HUDhomestore.gov, looking up properties in your community, schedule a agent preview, go through the property and walk through it and explain the numbers. Hey guys, I'm standing out in front of a property, a HUD home store property. This home is $200,000. This community sells median $450,000. You can buy this home, do the renovations, and still have equity. Give me a call right now. I would love to tell you more. Boom, done. And you do that for every HUD home store property in your community, you're going to be the HUD home store specialist. Another niche created by just creating content. All right. Now, community insights. Some of you already have seen I do business highlights. I suggest you go out and do it. Some of you have awesome new stores appearing in your communities because COVID is over. I mean, for the most part, as far as the pandemic and having it, hurt our main street, that time is behind us. So you have a lot of small businesses hiring, which is shout out to the job number that we just got, 216, very, very good. But most of those hires are coming from small businesses. Go and highlight them. Go and talk to the owner. Chances are their social media is non-existent. Now you're going to be able to provide them with social media exposure and also connecting to their clients. And guess what? Their clients are either living or renting in real estate, owning or renting in real estate. Okay. Okay. And the update market insights, make sure you guys are not doing the boring market updates. Make sure they're, really driving home some facts on why it's important, what you should care about. Okay. Just actually write that in there. Why this information is important and list, well, so what's important about your market update? What's special? What can I take from this as a buyer or a seller? Okay. Let's keep rocking and rolling. All right. So this is one of the most important pieces for our entire presentation. Take a screenshot of this. Now, I'm not going to take the time to ask, but I know for a fact that majority of us in this room here find ourselves doom scrolling on social media. And let me explain what a doom scroll is. It's simply you just scrolling and looking at profiles for minutes, sometimes even an hour, and you have felt you felt defeated after you were done. Nothing was productive. You wasted your time. And oftentimes you get angry at social media, like, oh man, I hate Instagram. I was planning on making prospect calls today, but yet I was looking at viral videos all day. Okay. But what we're going to do is we're going to now hack into that time. No more doom scroll. I want you to take this action for the next 30 days. Okay. I want you to go after those folks that are using those hashtags. You remember, I told you about that San Antonio living, Bucks County living hashtag. Okay. You can go after your municipality. Your local police department Instagram page has followers. The people who follow that police department page are avid people in your community. Click them. Go and like their pages. Go and comment. Share their content, no matter what it is. Now, depending on being relevant, it needs to be relevant to your page. But depending on what you're doing, you can still do it. Like if they were putting up a post of some important information in the community, you can share that to your page. They're going to see that you shared it, and they're going to then follow your page. They're going to then like your stuff. You just now created a new connection based off of Instagram usage instead of doom scrolling as you normally would do. So 3 times a day, you should be on your phone. And when you're on Instagram, you should say to yourself, I want to go after first-time homeowners because maybe that's your niche target audience, right? Okay. Where does first-time homeowners typically do? All right. Well, do y'all have a local target? Cool. Go to Target's Instagram page. Local. Just, again, it's not a local. It's a whole company Target. Click on the followers, right? And now what you can do, you can actually go in and scan through, and you can see if anybody is from your area as you start scanning through. Now, again, that's a macro, but break it down to what your locality is, right? Understand that on these profiles, again, I'm speaking municipality, I'm speaking friends and family, I'm speaking previous clients, I'm speaking, anybody that you are following on Instagram, you should be investigating the people that they're following, and you should be liking and sharing and commenting and direct messaging those folks. And then they're going to actually showcase a follow back. And therefore, you have then created a new relationship 3 times a day. Do this, and your Instagram following will be increased, as you can clearly see, at a 40% roundabout rate. Okay? Now, you're also going to include your family and friends in this whole entire mix. You want to impress their friends and their friends' friends. Go down the list and make sure that you are highlighting individuals and showing love to their pages. Are there any questions on this topic? Because I feel this right here, I'm doing myself in another space, and it's been working tremendously. Like, organic growth over the last 4 days has been about 6 followers, and that's just an hour of using this formula.
You have some comments about the pricing, if we can go back to that.
The pricing.
I guess not putting pricing, like.
Oh, for the properties. Yep.
Right, why would you not want to talk about pricing? And then somebody else said, not posting pricing is actually a fantastic tactic to get people to engage. And then somebody said, is not talking about pricing a good tactic, like anything for sale, isn't the price important?
The
So,
price is important, but what I'm speaking about is putting this in a reel or putting this in a story, and the call to action that you're going to write. You can actually put this on the reel in text. Is contact me for more details. You want to be the gatekeeper of information, because what happens is if you're just freely giving information, they have no need for you. They have no need. But if you're providing a call to action for them to retrieve the information, now they're going to send you a text, send you a DM. And you can easily just give them that number at that point, or you can start a conversation. Oh, how long have you been looking for a property? Great, 3 months. Oh, man. Where do you live at now? Do you have to sell a home to buy another one? Oh, you don't. Okay, great. Are you looking to buy cash or finance? And now you have created a conversation, and you're going to gather as much information as possible. And that person could just be, I don't care about none of that information. I'm not giving you nothing. I just want to know what the price was. All right, great. 300,000. You happy? Right? But you're not going to engage like that. You're going to make sure that you have a conversation. All right. Any other questions on this topic here? I'm going to try to go into, oh, perfect. So we got a lot of good information, and absolutely perfect. So remember this formula, try this formula out, right? And this is going to help you, especially for your local businesses. Like I said, look up the small businesses in your community. They have followers. Find out who's following them. You follow them, like their pages. Like, do this for every space of your community. You want people in your community to know, like, and trust you. They can't do that because they don't know you. They haven't been exposed to you yet. In order for them to do that, the average person picks up their phone 1,500 times per day. 1,500 per day. And if you still are skeptical, go to your screen time in your phone, and I want you to look up how many hours you are on Instagram, or you pick up your phone, and you'll be able to see that these numbers of 1,500 are just like, normal. But wouldn't it be amazing if every time they went on social media, they seen your content? Because I'm gonna give you guys a tip. Once you start to follow folks, you're going to start to be able to find out what hashtags they're using. And guess what? If you're talking about an open house, if you're talking about a new listing, if you're talking about a business highlight, or you're talking about some, problem solving for their niche or for your niche, you use their hashtag. Guess what is going to pop up on their feed like clockwork? Your video. Not a sponsored ad that you paid for, okay? Not something that you got to boost. They're following their hashtag. So what they're following appears on their home screen. So if you use the hashtag, what you just created will appear on their home screen. You're going to be everywhere. Omnipresence. They may contact you, or you may end up contacting them because you're sending flyers to their community unknowing they live in this community, and now they recognize your face. Why? Remember, same brand image, right? It all comes crashing down in a good way. Let's keep going.
Question.
Yes.
Now, when you're going back to this, when you're going back to your direct messaging, are you messaging basically that you want to be a service and bring value to help them, or do they know anyone that's looking to purchase, or are you shooting a direct, just a simultaneously direct message?
So you could do a couple different ways of direct messaging. You can go right ahead and send them a DM because maybe you've seen something in their story. And let's just bring back up the Shady Brook Farm. Shady Brook Farm is a farm in our community that has lots of events, and they have cool like lights and like, hay rides and stuff. But let's just say they had it in their story because you're following them. You can send them a DM. Hey, I just saw you and the family go to Shady Brook. How was it? I've been dying to go to one of those outdoor concerts, but I haven't seen anybody play that I want to see or whatever, right? And that's just a non-real estate related content or conversation starter. They know you're in real estate. You don't have to say, hey, I'm a realtor. Just want to let you know if you want to buy real estate, give me a call. You don't got to tell them that. Remember, this is the game of know, like, and trust. They know you're in real estate. That's going to come down the line at some point, but you want to be human first. So you can DM them for any reason, but most likely you want them to DM you, which is why we're here, engaging with your audience through the stories. Okay. One of the most important things that you want to do is you want to go right ahead and start using the stories as a way to get them to engage. And one of the ways that I'm seeing people do this is having this question. I put this in my story the other day. All right. Last week. Are you buying a house in 2024? Put it up. Whoever selects yes for sure or no, I'm still saving money, I'm sending them a DM. I sent them a DM, right? Because they both are liable to turn into purchasers this year. One of them needs to get more down payment money for free, from one of our programs, and the other one definitely is ready. So this is a way for you to do it very simply. All right. You can also have a program inside of this poll that you can go ahead and have it taken care of. But most importantly, I want everybody to realize that these stories have to be done on a regular basis. Don't just do it one time or one day. Do it a couple times a day and do it multi-layered. This is a video that I made on Canva of a stormy background. I screen recorded. I downloaded the video. I uploaded the video to my story. And then while I'm uploading the video, I added in this text, I added in this poll, and then I put this arrow here. So there's a lot of different layers in this one story, and I'm going to continuously do that. You can do that for a property, for a link. Some of you follow me personally on social media, so you know. But make sure that your stories are being done multiple times a day. Because what Instagram has is when you post a new story, your name and your logo, this face, this head right here pops up to the top of their page every single time. And if you're doing it 3 times a day, you're moving all the time. And then when they go on social media, Instagram, they see the movement and their eyes going where the movement is, and they're clicking. They're clicking while they're at a stoplight, while they're in a car, while they're at the desk, wherever they are, that they have a quick break, they're jumping on Instagram, seeing what what it is that they missed. So make sure that you are taking full advantage of using these stories as a way to continue to be front and center of your target audience. And remember, once you do that formula that we talked about, you're going to have new followers. Those new followers are going to be expecting some good information from you. And now you just learned a new story technique that you're going to use. Take full advantage of it. Let's keep rocking and rolling. Now, for those of you who hate video, here's a couple of ways for you to create it without being in it. Okay? Screen record the breakdown. I talked about it. You create something on your computer or your phone, or you're just creating something on your notes and you're screen recording it, and then you can voice it over. Okay? You can also voice over a property walkthrough. Just take your phone into that HUD home store property, walk around, do the half moon, go home, voice it over. Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is 123 Main Street in Levittown, Pennsylvania. This house is 2,200 square feet. As you can clearly see, the kitchen is very beautiful. Lots of light coming in here. The bedrooms are moderate size, but look at that backyard. Man, that backyard is amazing. Hey, guys, contact me right now. The bidding starts next week on Tuesday. Done. You got a voiceover, you got a video, goes viral. Put some music on there, you're done. You ain't got to be on the photo. You could be in a hoodie and some jeans. Okay. Also, just listed, just sold. A lot of people say that's useless, but I say it's not. Don't talk about just sold as a trophy piece or, hey, I'm bragging that I just sold one of the property. Look at me, Mr. Millionaire Real Estate Agent. No, talk about what you had to do to get it sold. Hey, we just helped my clients sell their property just after 15 offers and 2 days on market. Give me a call so I can help you get the same results. Boom. Now you're not bragging, you're showcasing what you do, but it's still a just sold. Right? So keep that in mind. All right. And community experience, we talked about that a couple of times. I use Shady Brook Farm in a reference point. Now, one of the things, again, we're going to go into is RPR. We talked about it already. We're going to talk about it again. For those of you that have a hard time creating scripts, creating content on social media, RPR has got a fix for you. Super simple. Okay, I'm speaking to those of you who get that brain fart when you're trying to make a nice description that's catchy and going to engage people, because that's the hardest part. You can get you a nice stock image and post it, but writing a description to catch people's attention, sometimes it falls short. So check this out. Boom. You have the market trend script writer. So all you need to do is go right to RPR, type in the zip code or the neighborhood that you're working with, and then you're going to click this little button right here that says create script. And once you click that button, this screen is going to appear. And you're going to make sure you're using the conversational button or engaging. You have 3 different choices: professional, engaging, conversational. All right. And then for your audience, you have buyer, seller, buyers, and sellers. You click social campaign, and then boom, it gives you an entire social campaign that you can take, copy, and paste onto your Instagram, all done within seconds. And they give you hashtags already. As you can clearly see, hashtag market trends, hashtag Levittown real estate, hashtag Javier Nichols Realty. Now, some of them you got to say, yeah, I ain't trying to get sued. Javier Nichols Realty sound like I'm a brokerage. That's not happening. So make sure you edit some of these things. You don't want to appear what you are not. Okay. So just wanted to point that out. All right. So do we have any questions? I'm sure we do. Hopefully we do.
I don't see any in the chat, but people, you can feel free to unmute yourself.
Yeah, because we're at our 1 o'clock time frame, guys.
We are, so.
We're
But
here.
as a small business owner, why would you change Javier Nichols Realty though?
Javier Nichols Realty is not a hashtag that I use. I don't use that. I use Nichols Real Estate. I'm sorry. I use Nichols Real Estate LLC hashtag. I use Real Estate with Javier hashtag. Javier Nichols Realty is not one that I use, so I don't want to use something that I'm not going to use consistently. That's why I would change it.
10-4.
Yeah. So again, it's all about making sure that it's something that of your voice and you're doing, but make sure it's strategic. A lot of information I provided you guys with today, it seems like a lot, and I know it is, which is why you're going to get the recording. But I want you to make sure that you are instantaneously taking action on your Instagram today, not tomorrow, because I'm telling you, we got like millions of buyers hitting the market. Y'all know it's coming. Interest rates are low. They're going to figure it out soon enough. We don't have no inventory. Zero. I mean, some of y'all looking like, yo, it's real out here. So it's going to be a lot of multiple offer situations out there. So if you guys are not out here getting in front of your buyers, showing them that you're different, showcasing how you're going to get them through and how you're going to get them a good deal, we're wasting time, right? This is January. I mean, it's the 9th and we're here. So The way I see it is we got this year on lock. We just got to make sure, like, we have control of making this a historical year. All right. So it's up to us to lose it. It's basically what I'm just coming down to say. Okay. So I appreciate everybody in here for pulling up. Y'all know my passion runs deep. Y'all know I'm in the field just like y'all in the field. So I'm speaking from a realtor's perspective. I'm utilizing everything that I talked about today. I'm not perfect. I'm not viral. I don't have 1 million followers, but I guarantee you that every single day I'm gathering more and I'm taking action. And you know, the road of 1,000 steps start with what? First one. So make sure y'all getting out there and making them steps. Don't worry about the progress. Don't worry about the likes. Don't worry about the comments. If you're not getting the likes or the comments at first, don't take it to heart. Keep pushing. All right. That's one of the things that will defeat you quick, is thinking that you're supposed to go viral as soon as you come out of your shell. Everybody's supposed to love you. My grandmother likes 100% of my posts, every single one. I don't know how. I don't know, because she don't even have her phone on her half the time. But every single thing I do, she's doing it, right? She even share my friend stuff. And that sometimes be the only like I need. But don't let those, unlikes and those people that say, hey, man, I seen you post that content, and they never liked it. Don't take none of that personal. All right? Just keep pushing, keep striving, and assume nothing, verify everything. Y'all know it. Appreciate y'all.
Thank you so much, Javier. This was fantastic. You will get everybody, all members and everyone who attended will get a copy of the recording today. So we appreciate it.